Did you know that ignoring a bad oxygen sensor could cost you thousands in repairs? Yep, that little sensor can take down your entire engine if you are not careful. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel where we make car care simple, fun and stress-free. Today we are diving into a topic that might not sound glamorous but is absolutely critical for your car's health, your oxygen sensor. Yep, that little guy hiding in your exhaust system plays a huge role in how your car performs. But what happens when it goes bad? Well, stick around, because we are breaking down the 5 most common symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor. And trust me, you'll want to know these before it's too late. First things first, let's talk about why the oxygen sensor is so important. Think of it as your car's nose. It sniffs the exhaust gases to figure out if your engine is running too rich, too much fuel, or too lean, not enough fuel. It then sends this info to your car's computer, which adjusts the fuel mixture to keep everything running smoothly. But when this sensor goes bad, oh boy, things can get messy. Now let's talk about where are the oxygen sensors located. Oxygen sensors are typically located in the exhaust system of your vehicle, both before and after the catalytic converter. The upstream oxygen sensor, O2 sensor, is positioned between the engine and the catalytic converter, while the downstream sensor is located after the catalytic converter. These sensors monitor the levels of oxygen in the exhaust gases to help optimize the engine's fuel efficiency and reduce emissions. Let's get into the symptoms. The first symptom, the check engine light on. Here are some codes related to bad oxygen sensor. Alright, let's start with the most obvious one, the dreaded check engine light. Now I know what you're thinking. That light could mean a million things. And you're right, but a bad oxygen sensor is one of the most common reasons that little light turns on. If your car's computer detects that the oxygen sensor isn't sending the right signals, it's going to let you know, loud and clear. So if that light pops on, don't ignore it. Get it checked out ASAP. The next symptoms. Poor fuel economy. Okay, this one hurts your wallet, that is. If you have noticed that you are filling up your tank way more often than usual, a bad oxygen sensor could be to blame. When the sensor is not working properly, your car's computer might dump way too much fuel into the engine, thinking it needs it. And guess what? That means you are burning through gas like crazy. If you are suddenly best friends with your local gas station attendant, it's time to check that sensor. The third symptom, rough idling or stalling. Now, this one's a real mood killer. If your car is shaking, sputtering, or even stalling when you are sitting at a red light, your oxygen sensor might be on the fritz. A bad sensor can mess with the air-fuel mixture, causing your engine to run unevenly. It's like your car is having a bad day. And trust me, you don't want to be stuck in traffic when it happens. The fourth symptom, failed emissions test. Alright, let's talk about something that's not just annoying but can also be a legal issue, failing an emissions test. A bad oxygen sensor can't properly monitor the exhaust gases, which means your car might be spewing out more pollutants than it should. If you have failed an emissions test, the oxygen sensor is one of the first things you should check. Because let's be real, nobody wants to be that car polluting the planet, right? The last symptom, engine misfires or poor performance. Last but definitely not least, engine misfires or just plain lousy performance. If your car feels sluggish, struggles to accelerate, or just doesn't have that pep it used to, a bad oxygen sensor could be the culprit. When the air-fuel mixture is off, your engine can't do its job properly. It's like trying to run a marathon after eating a giant pizza. It's just not going to go well. So, there you have it, the 5 most common symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor. Now, I know this might sound overwhelming, but here is the good news. Replacing an oxygen sensor is usually pretty straightforward and won't break the bank. Ignoring it, though, that's where things get expensive. So if you are experiencing any of these symptoms, don't wait. Get it checked out. If it did, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks like this. Thanks for watching, and remember, when it comes to car problems, you've got this. See you in the next video.